Do got a different microphone set up, but I wanted to do this video because I think it's super important for me to express it. I'm super tired. I ain't gonna hold y'all. But there's a reason why I stopped my fat loss phase, and I think that if I break this down, it could really turn into some good information. You know what I'm saying, for people who might be in a fat loss phase, or say you got a lot of pounds and a lot of weight to lose. You know what I'm saying? This could be super beneficial for you. So this live video, I'm gonna just see who pop in. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna kind of go from there. But I just felt like it'd be great for me to hop on here and kind of share this information, man. Especially if you're looking to, lower your body fat, and if you got a good amount of body fat to lower, this is key. This is a powerful lesson that I could pass on. So salute to whoever hopped in. Thank y'all for the like. Hey, if y'all watching the replay of this, go ahead and throw likes on the video because I want to dig deep on this. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, there was a lot of anticipation behind what I was presenting. I was prepping for a show. I was excited about doing the show. I'm still excited about doing my first show. And that's where the momentum was coming from, and I was super excited. So, if you're new here, I did my cut. I dropped down a total amount of 38 pounds, man, of fat. And I can confidently say that I dropped down that much fat because I maintained my muscle. So all my measurements stayed the same. Some of my muscles even grew a little bit more. Like some of my muscles got bigger. You know what I'm saying? Like my leg, my quad, my legs. My legs got about a quarter of an inch bigger, right? My biceps stayed the same, about 19 inches. But I can confidently say, yo, that was 38 pounds of fat that I lost. That's successful. That's powerful. I pat myself on the back. 38 pounds fat loss, right? Well, let me make sure this ain't on, so make sure y'all can hear me. Hold on. Turn this off. All right. So, yeah. So, 38 pounds of fat loss. It was great. So, I was super happy about that. When I dropped, I think one morning when I weighed in at about 240, or 241-ish, I think like 240.8, I probably was about a good 12% body fat, man. You know what I'm saying? I was low. I was low in body fat for sure. When? You good? What's your question? What you mean by you good? I assume you asking me that because I said I stopped my fat loss phase. If that's the case, I'm about to break it down and I'm gonna give you the information. So yeah, I probably was about 12% body fat, man, when I got down to about 240-ish. 12%, maybe 11 to 12% body fat. You know what I'm saying? Which was great for me because I hadn't been that low for a while. But since then, I want to say when I was there, that was probably about 4 to 5 weeks ago. You know what I'm saying? Maybe about 4 or 5 weeks ago. So I've been hit that 4 or 5 weeks ago. So over time, if you go back and look at my live videos, if you look at some of my community wall posts I was putting up, you know what I'm saying? Okay, Win, I see what you're saying. All right, you said it was about sound. I hear you. Oh, okay, appreciate you. Look, I forgot the darn question I asked y'all. Look. All right, cool. So that's good, y'all. Y'all can hear me loud and clear. Dope. Reason why I asked too is because I'm using this different mic and I got it hooked up to my phone, so I didn't know, how that was gonna sound. But cool. Glad that y'all can hear me loud and clear. So yeah, so I lost the 38 pounds, man, and it was lit. You know what I'm saying? It was legitimate. Indigo TV said, my guy, I lost weight doing OMAD and increasing my protein intake. That helped me out a lot. Yo, that'll definitely help. Hey, yo, appreciate y'all for throwing likes on the video. Definitely throw likes on the vid. Oh, yeah, man. And hey, we can definitely talk about OMAD if y'all want to, too. Dig in. I'll definitely dig into that. Because there's also things that you want to know and think about when you're doing OMAD, 1 meal a day. But yeah, it's definitely effective. And increasing protein is always going to be powerful for you. So, dope. That's good to hear that you've done that, bro. It's highly effective. I don't think it's something that people should do long term, but I do think that if you utilize it as a tool, yes, it can benefit you with fat loss. But anyway, yeah, man, I lost that 38 pounds. Boom. Got to about 11, 12% body fat. I was looking nice and crispy, right? But then, I started thinking about it. I started talking to my mentor, who was bodybuilding for about 35, 40 years. He done did about 50 shows. Like, I'm talking about, he a beast. And he's been natural the whole entire time. And I trust him. And, he was just telling me, he was like, look, man, you've been dieting for some time. And he was right. And I'm like, dang, you know what I have? I didn't even realize how long I had been on this cut, man, in this fat loss phase. But I started that fat loss phase, man, it was a minute ago, man. I want to say it was about 6 months ago. I mean, it was a minute ago. And I'd have these kind of little slight breaks, but not nothing, not no serious enough break to really help me recuperate. So I thought about it. I'm like, man, I done lost all this fat. I've maintained my muscle. Now it's time for me to think on a bigger scale and like really come up with a plan that'll help me in the long run. And I started really weighing the pros and the cons. And I'm like, well, if I keep cutting, yeah, I can get down to single digit body fat, man. I could be 7% body fat on these cats and really come hard and hit social media harder than I ever hit it before. That was my plan. I really was thinking about doing that. But then I thought about it and I'm like, but at what expense? You know what I'm saying? At what expense? What do I really want to do? And what I really want to do is I want to be great at bodybuilding. I want to become a natural pro bodybuilder. And, I need every single ounce of lean muscle mass, and I need to maintain that. So the first thing I was thinking about, I'm like, man, well, if I push that low in body fat, man, I'm going to risk losing muscle. Like, at the end of the day, y'all, it is what it is, man. Like, I thought about it. I'm like, man, I don't really want to put myself in that position. You know what I'm saying? I had already been dieting for a good amount of time. I'm like, yo, it don't make sense, man. I think I should actually go ahead and just go into my strength phase and go into, hypertrophy. And that's why I'm doing hypertrophy for strength right now. Because I thought about it. I'm like, man, how long is it going to take me to get to about 7% body fat? And I did the math and I'm like, okay, I probably could get there in about 6 to 8 weeks. So I'm like, damn, 8 weeks. I'm like, damn, that's 2 months. I'm be pushing into the new year. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, I'm supposed to be doing my show next year. I don't want to have to do, a show too late next year. So, that's one of the main reasons why I got out of the fat loss phase, man. Simply because I didn't want to push it too far and I didn't want to lose any muscle because I had been dieting for so long. And I just think that, it wouldn't have, I think that the cons kind of would have outweighed the pros. You know what I'm saying? Granted, I probably could have really stunted at a lower body fat percentage and really went hard and stuff on social media, but I'm going to save that. I'm waiting. I'm gonna save that. I'm waiting on that. Because I ain't even ready, even in terms of business yet, to really push that and launch that yet. But that's coming. You know what I'm saying? I'm saving that for next year. I'm going to hit that hard next year. But I got to prepare for that. But even on like I said, like a larger, bigger picture type mindset and view, I'm like, nah, man, I need to go ahead and get into this mode right now and start prepping now. Like, in a sense, start building that muscle now. Start working on symmetry now. Start working on getting stronger now. Start lifting heavier weight now. Like get ready, get prepared, man. Put that muscle on. And the beautiful thing about it is during this process, I'm loving it. I'm eating these calories, man. I'm banging food. I can tell my metabolism is already speeding up. I'm not putting on fat. You know what I'm saying? Like right now, I'm not putting on fat. My calories done shot up. I'm eating, man, last few days, man, I've been eating about 4,000 calories, right? So I'm just eating and my metabolism is speeding up and speeding up. And it's great, you know what I'm saying? My weight is doing fine, you know what I'm saying? I still do a little cardio here and there, I do cycling, I'm on my bike, you know what I'm saying? I ride my bike from the crib to the gym and this, that, and the third. So, it's dope. And then if y'all be following me like that and y'all looked at my community wall, I put up a post about Long Jack. And Long Jack is essentially Tonkat Ali. If you don't know what Tonkat Ali is a powerful herb that's, and the Wi-Fi bugging out. All right, y'all, so my Wi-Fi was bugging. I don't know where to stop that. You know what? Let me Let me go ahead and pull it up here so I can see it. Let's see where it stopped at. Because I'm gonna pick up where I left off. Hey, if y'all don't mind, man, let me know like what the last thing was that y'all heard me saying, man. I think my freaking Wi-Fi bugging out. But anyway, that's why I stopped though, man, because I think the yo, babe, can you check the Wi-Fi? Cause it's bugging out. It ain't working. Yeah, cause I'm on the thing. You know you just unplug it. Yeah, ah, yeah, I'm on live. Yeah. It's all good. It's all good. All right. So hopefully we good, man. We're on my network, so we should be good. But anyway, man. So yeah, I just thought about the bigger game, man, and I'm like, it make more sense, man. I may as well go ahead and get started, putting this muscle on, working on symmetry, and really get my body right. So right now, I'm working on strength. If you don't know, if you just hopping on, you just looking. I'm in my strength or hypertrophy for strength. So pretty much building muscle for strength, but it's still, in my hypertrophy uh, macro cycle. You know what I'm saying? It's just a mesocycle in my macro cycle. And if y'all want me to break that down, just let me know in the comment section of the chat. But hypertrophy for strength is in my macro cycle, and it's just a mesocycle in it. And I'm really just focusing on, building muscle to get stronger and on all the major lifts, so that when I start really focusing 100 fully on hypertrophy, I'm working with a good weight. You know what I'm saying? And I'm pushing that weight and putting that size on, man. But essentially that's why I stopped my fat loss phase, man. I think it's smarter, and I want to pass this on and relate this to y'all, man. If you got a lot of body fat to lose, right? Do your thing, grind and do it, right? But I would honestly say I don't think it's smart to consistently diet, right? Like just diet, 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 train, 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 um, for more than like 4 months without taking some type of break, some type of deload, some type of diet break, because it have it could have some negative effects in terms of muscle, man. You could start kind of, burning muscle, man. You could start losing some muscle. I'm not saying you're gonna be out here looking catabolic entirely and looking, frail and like, oh my God. It won't be nothing crazy. But if your goal is to keep muscle, maintain muscle, and also build muscle and body build, you don't want to lose any muscle. And also, even if you ain't looking to get on stage or you ain't trying to compete or do none of that, you could still be a bodybuilder. You don't have to get on stage to be a bodybuilder. Just take on the bodybuilding lifestyle and just enjoy the benefits. This is what Superhuman Nation is about. Feel me? Too much training can result in injury. Facts. That's a big fact. That's a big fact. You have to balance things out. Like, I got some words written up here, right? So here go one word right here. Intensity. But that's not the word I want to talk about. Hold on. Wow. Oh, there we go. There we go. Frequency. You have to balance things out. You got to balance frequency out. You know what I'm saying? And these three things that you want to really balance out: intensity, volume, and frequency. Those three factors and approaches when it comes to lifting, training, yeah, and going hard in the gym, you want to make sure that you're giving a good, great effort in at least two of those, and you're kind of keeping one moderate to low. Because if you try to do all three of those things, you have all three of them joints high at the same time, bro. You're gonna end up overtraining. It's gonna lead you to possibly injuring yourself. It's gonna lead you to honestly start losing muscle. You ain't gonna be building muscle. You're gonna start feeling weaker. You're gonna feel fatigued. You're gonna have mood swings. You're gonna be irritable. You're gonna have a weird appetite where you're just hungry as hell for no reason. Like, it doesn't make sense. So one of the key things, to really help you with that is, figuring out what things you want to focus on. Do you want to focus on intensity, which is more, like heavy weight? Do you want to focus more on volume, which is more, sets? Also weight too, but sets and reps. And, do you want to focus on frequency, which is, how many days that you're going to the gym. How many days you're going to the gym, you know? Point blank period. How many days you're working out? How many times a week are you actually working out and training? These things have to be balanced out for you to, you know, progress and not hinder yourself, but rather continue to have an upward trajectory with bodybuilding, training, and lifting. So just dieting a lot, man, dieting and dieting a lot for a long time, man, it could really prevent you from growing. And honestly, I wish I would have learned this, 6 years ago. No, 6 years. Shh. I wish I would have learned this 10 years ago, 11 years ago, 12 years ago, because I'd be so much further right now in my journey. I look way more symmetrical. I'd have more muscle mass on me, believe it or not. I'd be a lot more, my muscles would be a lot more mature. You know what I'm saying? I'd be out here killing it, bro. Straight like that. Frequency, volume, intensity, balance to progress. Facts. Yes, you got to balance that out. You have to balance it correctly. You know what I'm saying? But, going back to the main point of this video, that's really why I stopped my fat loss phase. And I'm going to be honest, it was the best decision. I'm even more and more happy about it. I'm starting to feel a lot better. My sex drive is increasing a lot, and energy levels are increasing. Just my mood and everything is just, feeling a lot better. Also, and not to say that it was a tremendous drop, but I'm not going to lie. Literally, when I got down to like 240, right before that, yeah, I started noticing declines, man. My libido was kind of dropping a little bit. I wasn't really, thinking about sex like that. And I wasn't taking virility or nothing. If I was taking virility, then it wouldn't have been an issue as much. It wouldn't have been as much of an issue. Which brings me to virility right now. So I don't know if y'all seen that community wall that I put up, but I also put up a study to back what I was talking about, right? But Long Jack, there's a study. If you go to my community wall, you can see it. And it's pretty much talking about the effects of Long Jack, Tongkat Ali, essentially. And like how it can literally lower cortisol and boost testosterone levels at the same time. And they did a study on people who were dieting, like literally dieting for a good amount of time, to see what type of effects it would have on these dieters. And they noticed some powerful improvements for men and women. And I have the source of the study in that community wall. But essentially what the conclusive results were, their cortisol levels dropped tremendously. Well, I think it was like 37%, like something crazy. You know what I'm saying? And the testosterone levels increased about a good 18%. So, this is one reason why virility works so well. You know what I'm saying? Like why virility is a powerful supplement to take, whether, you cutting down or, you're in a muscle building phase, because it's going to help you out regardless. If you're in a hypertrophy phase and you grind, you're going to be training hard. So you're going to need something like Long Jack, you know what I'm saying, to really assist and help kind of, balance out the cortisol spikes that can come from having your intensity super high, you know what I'm saying? And it also, help with boosting that testosterone even more. But then when you dieting and you in a fat loss phase, like I was, and all honesty, when I look back, I'm like, damn, after I read that study, I'm like, damn, I should have been taking virility a lot more during my cut. But I just reached this point where I was like, I really didn't want to take any supplements like that, man. Sometimes I get in that mode. That's just me. Sometimes, even my own stuff, like, I'll just be like, you know what? Right now, I just want to see how my body functions and what it does, not really taking anything. You know what I'm saying? And I did pretty good. I did pretty well. But when I look back, I'm like, dang, I probably should have been taking virility, though. Especially, honestly, I probably would have kept going with the fat loss phase. Probably would have. You know what I'm saying? I probably would have did it because that's how powerful Long Jack is in terms of mitigating the possible negative effects of dieting, being at a caloric deficit for a long amount of time. You know what I'm saying? So if y'all want more information about what I'm talking about, or if this stuff kind of confusing, let me know in the chat. I'll try to simplify it for you. Or, if you're interested in looking at the actual study that I'm talking about, after this live or whatever, you can go to my community wall. You'll see virility. You'll see I got clips or screenshots and pictures of the part of the study that I'm talking about. But see, I like to read studies. That's just me. Hey, once I started reading studies, this took my this took my mindset about this stuff to a whole nother level. My physique improved so much when I started reading studies because I started doing things that have been proven to work. And then I started sharing and telling people these things that have been proven to work. And that's what makes me a great coach as well. That's what makes me a good coach. So, you know, it is what it is, bro. Hey, and low key, y'all better really take advantage of my accessibility right now, like how available I am. Cause I'm telling you, once I really hit social media and really hit the market full force, it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be hard, man. It's gonna be hard to connect with me because I'm gonna be so boom. So you get tapped in now, you can't go wrong. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. Hey, I appreciate y'all for stopping in too, stopping by. But that's really why I stopped, man. You know what I'm saying? I had to really think about that thing and assess that thing, man. And it was the best decision I could ever make. Some of these words up here, man, I know my handwriting, y'all probably can't even read that, man. But I just put a few words up here, man, just to kind of give y'all like a taste of Superhuman Nation and, you know, what I stand for and what I believe and what Superhuman Nation is about in terms of bodybuilding and just grinding, man. And these are just some of the things that I like to push. You know, stimulus over fatigue. Stimulus over fatigue. This is so important right here, man. Stimulus over fatigue is prioritizing stimulation of the muscle and making sure that whatever movement you're doing is giving you the most stimulus on that muscle, right? That you're trying to target. This is a key point and factor of Superhuman Nation, stimulus over fatigue. You want to make sure that that muscle is being super stimulated. You know what I'm saying? If you're doing a bicep curl, you want to make sure it's being super stimulated. And you want that stimulation to be higher than the fatiguing of your nervous system. So when you're working and grinding, you grinding in the gym, when you're doing these movements, you want to do the movement that's going to give you more stimulus on the muscle and less fatiguing on your nervous system. Because when you start fatiguing that nervous system, the muscle ain't being built and focused on, right? So especially on like isolation movements, but compound movements too. You know what I'm saying? So let's get it. Because I used to have an intense workout, mainly doing incline on a treadmill, doing incline on a treadmill. I dropped 70 pounds. I was taking ashwagandha and ginkgo biloba. Oh, he didn't took it back to ginkgo biloba. I was pushing that hard, man, back in like 2016, 2015. He said I was taking ashwagandha and ginkgo biloba, watermelon, and lemon juice. I felt helped my libido. Dope. Yeah, man, those are great, you know, those are great options, man. Yeah, that ginkgo, man, I was pushing ginkgo hard, man. Like, I kind of just had a flashback, man, because I remember when I first started taking ginkgo, and I really enjoyed it a lot, man. It's a great herb. But, you know, I took it, you know, I took it for a good little period of time. It played its purpose. It's really good for the mind, man. It's real good for the brain, for real. You know what I'm saying? You can't really go wrong with it, and especially in that sense. But it has positive effects on libido and all these other things because of the neurological effect that it has. So, yeah, man, ginkgo biloba. Y'all go check out some of my old videos. Yeah, I was talking about ginkgo. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. But yeah, man, stimulus over fatigue all day. Um, Another thing, progressive overload. If you're not progressively overloading the muscle, it's not gonna grow, man. Point blank, period. It's not gonna grow. Like you're not gonna get the type of growth that you really want if you're not progressively overloading, man. And y'all gotta excuse me, man. I'm tired, bro. I'm super tired, yo. I've been grinding my butt off. As soon as I get done with this live, I'm gonna make my meal and I'm going to sleep. You know what I'm saying? Cause your boy gotta get up early tomorrow. You feel me? Another one here, zigzag dieting, game changer. This right here will change the game for you. If you're somebody that struggles with dieting and you struggle with, you know, adhering to a diet and sticking to a diet, zigzag dieting will literally change the game for you. It'll literally make being on a caloric deficit way more easier, way more adherable. And I've been doing it with my clients, man, and I've yet to have a client that doesn't like it. You know what I'm saying? All of them like it. All of them. And sometimes, you know, like some like well, one client in particular that I had, I told him I was like, "Yo, all right, bro, we're gonna have to, you know, stop doing the zigzag diet, and now I need you to just kind of eat a set amount of calories each day, every day, the same amount." And he was like, "Nah, man, you know, I really don't want to do that." And I was like, "Bro, it's a high amount of calories, so you good. Like you're not gonna be in a deficit no more. You don't have to do zigzag diet." And he was like, "Nah, man, I just really like having these super high days, man." And boom, boom, boom. I was like, "All right, bet. What we'll do, you'll be out of the caloric deficit. But what I'll do is I'll still, you know, distribute your calories and give you high days. So, you know, some days he just has super high days and he just love it. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it's a powerful effect, man. And it really helps you adhere to a fat loss diet, man. You know, you going to feel it on those low days, but it's honestly worth it, man. You know, it don't really get crazy, crazy until you got like 5 low days and 2 high days. That's when, you know, it's like, okay, bad. Like, I'm feeling it. But at that point, sure, you should be pretty darn lean. You know what I'm saying? And in all honesty, with clients, the only clients that I've ever had go that far is people who are prepping for like a show. You know what I'm saying? And once you get to that point, I mean, most people ain't even trying to get that lean. You know, but I digress. That's why he said. That's where I got them vitamins from, Kevin. I've been listening to you for some time, brother. Oh, okay. Bet. Salute. Yo, that's dope, man. I'm glad you in here, man. I'm glad that YouTube is starting to, you know, show people that used to watch, man, kind of bring them back, man. Because, you know, over the years, man, I've really changed, like, my content and, you know, what type of content I do and how I do it. So I'm sure, like, I lost a lot of people. Like, people, they subscribe to me, but they don't watch me. Like, I had a whole bunch of females that was watching me and watching certain videos because of what I was talking about. I was talking about like apple cider vinegar, and I was talking about, you know, black seed oil and like these powerful things. And man, I was attracting so many people from that stuff. And I guess once I stopped talking about products and stuff, man, you know, I lost a lot of people. Like, I guess some people was just like, man, that's not, you know, apparently that's not what they were subscribing. You know, subscribing. They were subscribing to me because I guess they thought I was gonna keep talking about that type of content. But you know, as time progressed, you know, I progressed. I grew. I started really wanting to, you know, really focus on like fitness and training and transforming the body. Like when I became a trainer, that's what did it. That's what really shifted my content. And I think it threw me off. It threw my channel off, and that's cool. You know what I'm saying? I ain't tripping about that, man. My whole intention now is to build a whole new tribe, man. A whole new tribe of people who want to transform their bodies, want to transform their physiques. People who are interested in bodybuilding, man, and you don't got to be no competitor and nothing to get on stage. But I'm talking about just taking on the bodybuilding aspect and living the benefits of it, bro. Like building muscle, lowering body fat. You know, muscle has a longevity effect. Like a lot of people don't even know. Y'all do your research? They have been doing studies on muscle, lean muscle, and the positive effects that it does to the body, and how it literally is the organ of longevity. The more muscle you have on your body, man, I'm telling you, so many positive benefits. Like it's funny, good example. A lot of them chicks and even dudes that probably subscribed to me because I was doing an apple cider vinegar video, they did it because they was trying to burn fat. They did it because they were hoping to be able to lose weight efficiently and burn fat. Well, the stuff that I talk about now, the things that I talk about now, the stuff that I teach now is going to help you not only lose weight and burn fat, but you're going to do it right and you're going to build muscle at the same time and look way better than you probably look if you just go out jogging and running and doing apple cider vinegar. You know what I'm saying? But you know, it is what it is. You know, I'm hoping, and you know, I'm literally praying about it. I'm praying to be able to bring about a whole new tribe, and also kind of get some of the people that used to watch me back in the day back into the loop, so that they could be blessed. You know what I'm saying? This the information that I have is a blessing. I'm telling you, like people who have been fortunate enough to actually connect with me and work with me, man, they are literally living the blessings. They're literally living the blessings. They're literally talking about it. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I done had people bring other people to me. I've had clients bring a family member, a girlfriend, a wife. Like, hey man, yo, can you help my wife? She want to transform. She want to do this. She wants to build muscle and lower her body fat. You know, she want to do this. Boom, I've helped them. So it's the same purpose, man. And like when I started out back then, the videos and stuff that I was doing, yeah, it was my heart, man. It was the same heart. I wanted to help people, give people information, and tell them about things and products that could help them increase their health, you know, lower body fat, you know, improve hormones, like balance hormones and all. It's still the same thing. I'm still the same. I'm still the same Black Superman. You know what I'm saying? I'm still the same Black Superman. I've evolved over time. I've grown tremendously, and you know, maybe that's just too much for the people, or the people who was watching me before. Maybe they're not tapped into this type of content, so YouTube don't show it to them. You know, I got 29,100 and something subscribers, and I got a good feeling that YouTube don't be, a lot of them people, they subscribed to me back in the day. You know what I'm saying? They subscribed to me back in the day. And the stuff that I be putting up and doing and talking about now, you know, they probably ain't really into that type of content. But it's unfortunate because, man, the stuff that I be talking about will help them with the stuff that they was trying to get help with back in the day. So it is what it is, man. I know I just ranted a lot, but it's real. It's from the heart. But at this point, I'm okay with that. I'm not tripping about it anymore. I might even start back doing that content just to get their attention back, and then let them know, like, yo, this is what's popping now, though. Like, now I brought you in about these products and stuff, but look, let me really show you how you could really get what you want. You know what I'm saying? Let me really show you how you can get you what you want. Let me really show you what's gonna really give you what you want. Cause a lot of that stuff I was talking about back then, I ain't know a quarter of what I know now. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it is what it is. But on that note, y'all be on the lookout, man. I'm excited about what I'm trying to do next. I really, really just want to start pushing, encouraging people to transform their bodies and their physiques, man. That's really where I'm at right now. Pushing that, encouraging that, and literally looking to attract that. People who want to transform their bodies, man. People who want to become healthy, you know, understand what's the best body composition to be at your healthiest state as a man or a woman. You know what I'm saying? Flexibility, what's a healthy flexibility level? Mobility, you know, strength, all this stuff, man. You know, let's get it. You said, had a water heater break in my apartment. My cooling collapsed on my head. God. I had back surgery. I'm taking it slow. My workout, I'm back to square one. That's what's up, man. I'm 66, man, but I'm a fighter. Yo, salute. Definitely a fighter, man. Salute. Hey, man, that's powerful, man. You took that like a soldier. And I'm glad to hear that you're getting back on your feet. And that's powerful, man. Salute. Hey, but look, I appreciate y'all for stopping in. Y'all know I be doing lives all the time, but I really do need to start back making some actual video content. So I'll be getting on that. Trust me. But like I said, the direction that I'm looking to go in now is really helping people transform, bro. You know, really, really, thanks, sir. I'm a Marine 4 Corp vet. Dope, man. Thank you for your service. Salute, bro. I appreciate you. Thank you for your service. For sure. But yeah, that's the main thing I'm going to be pushing, man. It's time to get people to transform because that's what's going to bless your health tremendously. You know. Oh, it's Veterans Day. I didn't even know that. Wow. Look, that let y'all know I be so focused on working and stuff, man. My eyes are struggling to stay open right now. You feel me? But it is what it is, man. But look, I appreciate you for stopping in, Win, and everybody else. Sure, if y'all watching the replay, man, comment, subscribe, like. Hey, I got to get up out of here, man. I got to get something to go to sleep. I'll catch y'all on the flip, man. Salute.